I have prepared a video for you. You guys, this is about the two most important things in activity books, and I've been scouring Amazon.com to bring this video to you. This video is sponsored by Jenny Hansen-Lane. She is sharing her time and talents so you don't make the same mistakes that low content publishers often make. So I'm talking about a must. These are things that you need to do for your activity books. And as I was doing my research, I found some really troubling things as a mother. And that's what I'm going to be speaking from today is a self-publisher is one hat and the other is the mom hat, okay? So the two most important aspects to me on activity books are the following. So any guesses what they might be? You can, my guess is blank, my guess is blank. From my experience as a self-publisher and also a mom, quality. It has to be a book that wasn't slapped together and thrown online. It is so easy to find things like this, you guys, that are really bad quality. And I get it. I understand that we put reps in and we do things to get better, but we cannot expect to not spend time making something quality and then be compensated for that. Do you know why? That's not the way the universe works, right? Like good relationships require quality time. So that is the most important thing about quality. And we're going to talk about quality more at the end of this video because you have more control over quality than you think that you do without spending hundreds of dollars to have an activity book made. The second most important thing is features. A lot of people will not play up the features that they put in their book. And when you're doing activity book, this is what makes activity books so much different than coloring books, is you are solving a bigger problem than entertaining a child to be quiet or quiet time. Features are why activity books can sell for more. And that's really powerful because we are now getting into creating an offer that has a solution to a huge problem. Now, I'm saying that as a mom and as a self-publisher. But before we dive into that, we need to talk about what not to do because there's examples out there. If any of these are yours, I love you, and this is a free coaching session on what not to do, okay? So I was digging in my research for activity books in validated niches, and I decided to sort by price. And this person 17 days ago decided to put a math activity book on Amazon that only had 60 pages in it. Big math activity book, very helpful for kids. $250. Okay. Is the quality there? Okay. So looking at this a little bit deeper, the most interesting thing here is this listing. Okay, here's the most important thing. Let's go back really fast right here. Okay. We have to have our customer in mind, right? Quality for our customer, features for our customer. Okay. Who did this self-publisher have in mind when they put this book out? You're right. I can hear you through the screen. Themselves. There is nothing here that says, Jenny, you should buy this book for your kids. As a self-publisher, this screams, give me money without doing quality work or solving problems. Now, here's also something really interesting that you guys can stop doing is putting in the book details, because you were literally wasting your time putting in things that Amazon already says. Look right below the only thing they put in their description. Print length, 60, English, publication date, dimensions. The only thing they're telling me it's a glossy finish. People don't go shopping for math activity books because they care about the finish. I know because I'm married to a mathematician. Okay. Bleed setting? I absolutely. Now, you know what would have been funny and cool if they put the bleed setting in like a math equation. Okay. Like ink and paper type, not important. In fact, this makes this look like it absolutely is not worth $250 at all. So don't, and when I see things like this, I think this is how it gets ruined for everybody else. This is why we can't have nice things. This is about the self publisher. This isn't even about the customer that needs help with math. What type of math? What type of age? Like, it says kids, but those people on there, like, this looks like middle school. Yet this is published in a children's, I don't even see the category. Okay. So this is a very extreme example of lack of quality and lack of features. But I think sometimes it can be easy to get caught on the spectrum. Okay. And I'm just sharing this as someone who's married to a mathematician. I'm a mom, like, I'm a publisher. I'm appalled. I'm very surprised that it just reminds me, like, you need to make sure that you do things for the customer. Okay, here's another one. Halloween dot markers activity book for kids plus age 2, toddler, preschool, kids, paint, dabber, coloring book, easy guide. Okay. So a 2-year-old that has a hardcover book, that was my initial thought as a mom. I would never buy a $50 hardcover book for my 2-year-old. Now it says 2 plus, Jenny. Yeah, but why are we marketing to a child that young that can't even, like, I'm not giving a 2. Anyways, so this is not about the customer. This is about the self-publisher trying to make $20 per book off this. If you need $20 per book, go put it in a funnel and go. Anyways, I just hardcover for little kids. I just $52. I don't see what's in it for me. I see what's in it for the self-publisher though. Okay. And they're not married. So don't create a discord between your audience and your brand. That's what this is doing. Marguerite, me love. No, thank you. Okay. Workbook for kids, math puzzle focus, activities, develop problems, critical thinking, analytical stem cell. Okay, age 3. A workbook for a 3 or 4 or 5-year-old. As a mom, it's kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit tricky for me. I think, they're trying to rank for workbook for kids. But, I have a 6-year-old and his job is to play. I'm not buying him any book that says work in it. I'm not that type of parent. None of these books have A+ content either, right? So, like, that really isn't working when we talk about features. And the reason why I'm showing these, because we've told you guys that activity books you can charge more, and that's what these people have. That's the only thing that these people have thought about. $24, $52, $250. Okay. Now we're getting a little bit closer, but I would never publish an Easter book after Easter. I would have saved this one and I would have put this out in Valentine's and then started marketing it. Okay. That's the only qualms I really have with this one. I do think the age gap is too far for an activity book. There's a big difference in age gaps between developmental stages. And you guys, an easy way to remember this is, at least in America, we don't put 11 and 10-year-olds with 4-year-olds in school. We don't, because of the gap. Okay. Now other countries do, and I heard it's awesome. So if you're in another country, you should market your books to those countries and not in the USA market. So there's a little bit of psychology, right? Like knowing your customer and knowing what's going on. This is something that kind of, the next two made me uncomfortable. Okay. I would never buy a space coloring book for my kids where I can't see the astronaut's face. The psychology of someone turning away from a camera is very detrusting, just from like a artistic standpoint. So that's something I'm wondering why they did that. So, I mean, I think AI probably helped them with a lot of this, and that they believed it was the best they can do. But there's just a lot going on here. that as a parent, it's just none of these have A plus content, right? So, and I want to just touch on that. So I feel like there's no features. This is not solving a problem, and it's actually making me kind of uncomfortable as a mom. Now, in the world today, you guys, there's a lot of polarizing stuff going on. I used to be able to, like 3 years ago, I could get a book from the library and let my kids read it without me reading it. And now I feel like I need to read books with them because there's some stuff in there that I wouldn't teach children. Okay. So you need to know your audience. I really started this video off wanting to talk about quality and features, but the foundation of activity books is knowing your avatar. It's knowing your customer. Okay. This one scared me the most. Surprise activity book, special edition for kids, full package of 100% surprise for any kids or adults. Like all of a sudden now it's for adults. Okay. There's no quality and there is no features. Many options to pass time. It's puzzles, coloring. I would never buy a surprise for my kids, as I mentioned with what's happening earlier around the world and conflicting messages. And the most important place that your kids learn things is in the home from you. And I'm not trying to be polarizing. I am a mom before I'm a self-publisher. Okay. That's just the reality. I'm always going to be the matriarch. I'm always going to be, I got to protect my kids. So I would never buy this ever because it makes me uncomfortable as a mom. Like, oh, we have no idea. Like, there's already surprises when you send your kids out into the world and they get subjected to stuff, right? Like, the first time my kids learned swear words, they were like, this was written on the bus wall. I'm like, okay, public school. Okay, so let's dive into something that's what we're, now that I've given you guys anxiety, please forgive me, but I love this one. And this guy, he's using AI. You can tell. I don't care. I think it looks awesome. The only thing I would change is he's made his cover look like A plus content. So I would certainly take this. I would change the cover immediately. And I think the cover of just the guy by himself in front of the car would be an awesome show-stopping cover. The back cover here is awesome too. This doesn't have any A plus content. Okay. So it tells you what it has on the front, but I think this person just might be new to publishing. Maybe they saw Danny on Demand's video about activity books because it's a really similar font to the one that Danny used for his monster truck video, which I'll post in the description here. But this person's really close. So I just wanted to commend this person. Like they are hitting more of the target of quality and features. Like even though the cover's not amazing, I know the cover is awesome and the features, coloring pages, writing prompts, mazes, word search, Sudoku, word scramble, word crossword. Now, we're teaching an AI activity book class, so I would give this person more specific coaching about the type of features they have and how many they put together. But I just want to say that you can create quality books with AI, and there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. Now, quality and features, I found this book and I bought it immediately. There's nothing like crazy about this. I don't even know if the cover's done in AI. It might not. It's a self-publisher, Creative Funland. I'm going on a road trip, you guys. So I have a problem in front of me. It's my road trip, okay? And look at the description. Rev up your engines and take the ultimate road trip adventure with our road trip activity book. Like they know what I'm going through. They know the problem that I have. Say goodbye to boring car rides and hello to nonstop fun with over 80 engaging activity, puzzles, and games. Okay. See this quality and feature? This says it's going to keep my kids entertained for miles on end. I'm going to take this on my road trip and I'll let you guys know. They don't have any A plus content. I really feel like they need to raise the price of their book. If you're watching this, raise the price of your book at least $1 and put in A plus content. Maybe I'll take some pictures of my kids using this and then I'll sell you the photos. Just kidding. Okay, so your family can disconnect from screens, connect with each other. Okay, we're going to have screens on our trip, but we need to have breaks because we're going on a road trip. Long car ride. We're going on a long car ride. Okay, so I bought this immediately. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. It's very inviting. It's very basic. Okay, I actually can't really read the subtitle. Fuel your adventure with 80 plus epic travel games and activities. And I have 20/20 vision. So I think you need to change the font of that so it's legible from an Amazon screen. Okay, but I did buy this, and I guess I got 7 points for doing it. Okay, so I looked up this book. It's been published only 28 days. It's doing incredible. I hope they get $20 royalties today because I bought this book. I hope they get 10 sales, right? This plugin is my Bookbeam. It gives the BSR. Okay, and so this is a great example. You guys, I'm its target. I bought it. Okay, like this is the self-publisher and the mom hat, and it got in the box. It's coming tomorrow. So that's what we're talking about in our masterclass. Specifically, prompts that don't look like AI. And that can be very subjective. But in this class, we're going to talk about how to avoid the crummy generated stuff that you're like, I don't want my kid. That's pixelated. That doesn't, why is there a hand coming out of that dinosaur's head? Like there's some weird stuff, right? It's all in the prompts, it's all in the communication. So we're going to be sharing the and tutorials about prompts that don't look like AI. And we're not specifically trying to stay away from something that we're talking about quality here. Okay. We're not necessarily saying we don't want people to know we're using AI. That's not a problem. We're talking about quality work because that's the only reason that we're using other tools. Okay. And how quality builds a cohesive book brand. That's really our goal, because if we can build an entire brand that's cohesive, that increases our bottom line and it solves problems for our customers where they keep coming back. So we're going to talk about features that solve problems and how not to dilute your brand by the experience you give your customer. So if you guys want to join us, we want to have you there. We have a coupon code until the night of June 3rd. So in 48 hours, it will expire. The code is AI now, and I'll put it in the description. I also am, you guys know that I work with a copyright attorney. So I'll have feedback from him. Any questions that you have about copyright, you can put in the portal. Once you buy a seat to this class that Danny and I are putting on, Danny on Demand, we have a question portal. So you can let me know what specifically you're excited about, the things that we are teaching. This is jennyhansenlane.com/AIAB. It's a sales page. You can see the 3 main things we're talking about. We're talking about rapid time hacks because it can take a long time to make books. We're talking about features that make a difference in your book. And we're going to talk about building a brand out with, the right keywords and things like that. So we would love to have you guys. And thank you for providing solutions to the world. Like as a mom, I'm super grateful. I want this person to have all their dreams come true by creating a book that was so simple and just designed. And actually, Road Trip Activity Book is booming now. So if you need an idea, join us on the masterclass and get all this feedback and then go make an activity book, road trip activities. My road trip is coming up soon though, so you need to hurry and publish it so I can buy it before I go on my trip. I love you guys. Here's a video that YouTube is suggesting. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.